Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and on today's edition, we have a couple of Joshes. Yes, we have the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team, Josh Allen, and here a little bit later on the second segment of this show, we'll have Josh Swain, the head coach of the Ponca City Lady Cats softball team. That's all coming up on this edition of Coach's Corner. And Josh Allen with us now, and Josh, the Wildcats on the road Friday in Bixby. We want to recap that game. And we're going to be talking about Sapulpa, which, by the way, is a Thursday night contest. So there's a chance you could be watching this after that game Thursday. But we're going to talk about that anyway coming up. And then Norman on the schedule. Then back home for the final game of the season with Muskogee right here at Solon Stadium. So Bixby, you go into Bixby, three-time state champion. They're loaded up again, and they're really running over a lot of teams this season. And of course, the Wildcats, one of them, unfortunately. Tell us about that game and what can you take out of that game to move forward in a positive way.
I mean, we didn't play very well. As coaches, we were a little disappointed in our effort. That deal. And as a coach, you never really like to do that. Effort is something that you ought, if it's not good effort, you can't live with that. And I didn't think our effort and focus was where it should be. I didn't think we came to fight like we should. We were mentally. We didn't mentally. We were mentally and thinking we were out of it before the game, and you can't do that.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, you physically prepare, you practice, your players are going through the drills, are going through the plays, but that psychological aspect of things, boy, that's a hard one to coach, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's just as big as the physical thing. So, you gotta, you can practice all week, but you got your mind's got to be in the right place, getting on that bus, and part of our job as coaches to make sure we get that, and I guess we didn't get that done. There weren't a lot of positives, honestly, in the game. Bigsby is good, but we gave Bigsby a lot, and it should not have been like that in the first quarter. So we are a better football team in that, and our guys just at this point now, correct whatever mistakes that we did, like our punt. We had I've been here since 6 years, not giving up a punt return, and we gave up 2 in that game. So we've got to correct that. We had we had a string of fumbles again, deep in our own territory where they got the ball, that gave them short fields. And, part of it is what everybody's doing now, the run-pass options, where you're reading a guy after the snap and either hand it or throwing it. And we messed up on those exchanges, and we got to get that fixed fast.
Absolutely.
And we had done that in practice and executed it well. So, it's just something that, we got to fix and look into why that happened. And, and then, we got, to move on. Psychologically, emotionally, it hurts to get beat like that, but we got to move. You can't live in the past. You got to move on. It's part of the lessons that you guys teach them is, life will throw you curveballs like that, and you got to, learn what you can from it, but you can't dwell on it. Got to move on.
Right, absolutely. Well, the Ponca City Wildcat football team, a short week between that game and the next game, playing Thursday night, Sapulpa Chieftains on the road again. And Sapulpa, how's this matchup Thursday night?
It should, Barsville, who we beat a few weeks ago, beat them, and so it's going to be so it's at their place, Sapulpa. They're I'm sure they're hurting too right now. So it might come down to which team gets rebounds the best.
Sure.
But matchups look good. I feel good about our guys and going down there and playing well. And if we do, we'll have a great shot at winning this thing. And the best way to clean up something that happened like that is to get a big W. And I think we have a good shot this week.
Now, what the differences between a regular Friday night and a short week, a Thursday night game, how does that affect your team as far as getting ready and practice and your game week? Everything is just shortened up by a day. How does that affect you?
You got logistical issues a little bit. I mean, where normally we would just be in a lighter physical practice, where probably more scouting report, lighter physical activity, and more kind of walk through type thing. We're going to have to move it up and actually put on the pads and have a little bit of practice today. We'll practice for an hour and 15, 20 minutes a day in pads, and release the JV guys, because they have a JV game still. So they'll have to have the JV guys will still practice hard today, and then be released to go get something to eat and then come back and play a JV game. So it just condenses everything. Still, the guys not playing JV will stay after the hour and 15, 20-minute practice and get a lot of one-on-one time with their position coach, probably till 5 o'clock or so. And so there'll be we'll try to get as much as we can out of the day. Then tomorrow will be a normal routine day. Tuesday will probably be the only one, and then Wednesday, the day before the game, where we usually don't do anything on a typical day before the game, where we just do just helmet only. Here's the Hayes in the barn. Let's rehash the game plan without going through a lot of physical activity. Well, Wednesday we might actually put some pads on and still do a few things Wednesday, just because doing that. And then no school Thursday, so we'll get the kids up in the morning and probably do our traditional, what we would do Thursday afternoon, do that Thursday morning, and go through special teams, go through everything one last time, and then and so we'll get them up in the morning Thursday, and then meet back up at 12:45, 1 o'clock, and get the bags packed, get sack lunch, and get out of there.
Players, you're looking for a big performance from Thursday night with Sepulpa.
A quarterback, Justin Andrews, is always going to play a role, and that he needs to have a big night. And our offensive line too needs to have a big night, which they can, I think. So, and then our defense as a whole unit, all three levels really need to play stout. That would be the biggest units I can say. I mean, we don't need to have everybody, but I would say, probably a O-line, quarterback, and really, our linebackers and secondary.
Sure,
really play well.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, the Ponca City Wildcat football team taking on the Sepulpa Chieftains on a Thursday night fall break game, and then the following week, Norman will be talking about that on the next edition of Coach's Corner. And then, of course, the Wildcats will close out the season with Muskogee right here at Sullen Stadium for the senior night festivities. And we certainly don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We know Coach Swain is focused on Sepulpa, or Coach Swain, sorry, Coach Allen. Coach Swain's coming up. Yeah. Coach Allen is focused on Sepulpa this week. So we'll talk about Norman and Muskogee on the next edition with Coach Allen, because we have Coach Allen with us every week on Coach's Corner during the football season. So, Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Coach Josh Allen, not Swain. In fact, Swain is waiting in the wings. He'll be with us on the next segment of Coach's Corner, and we're going to talk Ponca City High School Lady Cats softball. That's next on Coach's Corner. Thanks for watching.